What's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and today I'd like to introduce you to one of the newest fitness trackers from our friends over at Umidigi. This is the Umidigi Uwatch GT, and you can pick it up right now on Amazon.com for right around $60. As you can see right here, sometimes they do have some coupon codes, so definitely check those out. I'll leave a link down in the description if you're interested in picking it up. So what is the Umidigi Uwatch GT? Well, it is primarily a fitness watch, and really it's almost exclusively a fitness watch. Because outside of that, it is, of course, a smartwatch. It does connect up to your phone. Now, they actually say that it's an Android smartwatch. So as you can see right here, it's for Android phones. However, as you can see, I'm actually using it with an iPhone 11. So it will work with both Android and iOS. And basically all you need in order to get it to work is this app right here, the Very Fit Pro. So this is the app you're going to use to sync it up with your phone. And as long as you can get that app, you're good to go. And the watch, like I mentioned, is primarily a fitness watch. So if you're looking for something that does a lot more, this is probably not for you. It is very fitness focused. So if you're looking to start, 2020 with a fitness focus, this could definitely be a watch to consider for you. So first thing I want to mention is the build quality. So a couple things to mention here. It does have, of course, some bands that are completely removable. It comes with silicone bands. I find them to be very comfortable. You can see the heart rate monitor here. This is where it's going to charge up. Now, they say up to 10 days of battery life. Now, I've only been using it for 3 days, so I can definitely not tell you for certain if that's going to be the case. But you can see right now I have 71% battery. And one of the things you'll notice, obviously, is the fact that it is an LCD color display. However, it is not an always-on display. So as far as I can tell, there is no option for always-on display, but of course it does have a gyroscope and accelerometer to be able to let you know when you're actually lifting your wrist up, and that works quite well. So as far as the functions, you can see if I pull from the top, it's going to give us notifications. Now, it does give you icons, which are kind of hard to see in this light, and I think I might have the screen a little bit too bright. So we're going to go ahead and adjust that real quick. I'll show you how to do that. So down here, you can see we can adjust it. So now you can see the colors a little bit better because it was a little bit too bright for my camera. So if I pull from the top, you can see that it does give us some notifications. So you can see here that I've been texting with this guy named James, and this is through Facebook Messenger. So notice it does give you the icon. And you can pick and choose what apps it does give you for notifications, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a little bit. But the notification system does work well, and down here, as far as physical buttons, we have a back button and also a lap button, as you can see there. This is essentially just like a next button, so it's going to go through our menus, and it's just going to slide through those, and we'll take a look at that a little bit more in depth in just a little bit. So if we pull from the top, basically we're just going to get our notifications. If we pull from the bottom, we get into our settings, and you can see, of course, here it's going to show us our weather. This is our brightness setting, so just a simple tap here will change our brightness, and you can see obviously it does get quite bright. This is our do not disturb mode, and then if we go into settings, there's not a whole lot, to be quite honest. Basically, you can change the homepage setting. That's really only changing the clock. There are 4 clock faces available, which we'll take a look at in just a little bit. And you can see there it says press and hold the upper button to initiate. And then here we have the restore factory settings. And that's really it. Those are the only 2 functions in the settings. Everything else is going to be basically done on the phone. So now let's go ahead and take a look at those watch faces. So this is the first one. You can see it's going to show us our time, of course. We have our pedometer, we have our calories burned, and then down here we have a percentage. And then if we hold down here on the main watch face, we can switch over. So this is just a more of a digital one. Another digital one. This one shows you your step count for the day, basically showing you if you've met your step count. That's what that little circle represents. So I've met mine for today. Then we have another analog clock here with steps and calories burned, and this one looks like it has the date as well. And that is it. So those are the 4 watch faces. Not a whole lot to choose from, but they give you what you need in terms of functions, hopefully. If you're looking for something more, obviously this wouldn't be the watch for you, because as of right now, there are only 4 watch faces available. All right, so we're going to go ahead and scroll through all the different applications or the different things you can do through this watch. So you can see up here that it is connected via Bluetooth. It does give us a little battery indicator. And then you can see all the different activities we can do. We'll go through those actually on the phone, so we'll hold off on that in just a second. All right, so going back to the watch, we can go into outdoor running, indoor running, and like I mentioned, outdoor running is going to use GPS. However, the watch itself does not have its own GPS. It has to use connected connected GPS with your phone. So if you want to be able to do that, you have to actually have your phone with you in order to get accurate readings with the GPS. So we do have indoor running, like I mentioned, outdoor cycling, indoor cycling, and some of the others. Now, again, if there's something that you don't see here, you just want to go ahead and use other, and it's going to give you a 3-second countdown, and you can go ahead and start that workout. So there's our workout settings, there's our weather, and then we have our heart rate. So this was from 4 minutes earlier because, of course, I'm not wearing it. But while you're wearing it, it does automatically turn the heart rate on. It is a 24-hour heart rate monitor, so it's always going to be reading it for you. But we're going to get out of that. And then more functions. So more functions, very simply, we have a stopwatch and a countdown timer. So we only have the option of 1, 2, 5, and 10 minutes. No other options here, except we do have some down here, 15, 20, 30, and 60. So you can't like create one for like 17 minutes, say. If you wanted, you have to do like a 15 and 2. So you'd have to do some kind of combination if you want some numbers other than the ones that you see here. So that's the watch, pretty simplistic, not a whole lot to it. But now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the application. So this is Very Fit Pro. I've used this actually with a number of other watches, but I will say they've actually significantly improved this. So this up here is going to connect it up. So this is when you first connect it up, you want to hit this option here. This is just for sharing the information that you see here, so not really something that you're going to do unless you want to share that with other people. So here we have our activities. You can see that gives you kind of like your daily activity. So didn't sleep a whole lot last night, and you can see it was kind of broken up a little bit. But over here we have our calories, and it kind of shows you your calories burnt throughout the day. It says consumed energy. I'm not really exactly sure what that means, but basically what we're talking about here is how many calories you supposedly burned in a workout. So that was that other workout. It says my max heart rate was 159. I will be honest with you, that's definitely not accurate, but the average heart rate was accurate. So 102, it was just a walk. And then over here, I definitely did not get up to 159. So I'm not sure how it came up with that number, but it did somehow. So that is the today. If we come down here, we have our details. So we'll come down, and this is just going to show you your workouts. So I've only been wearing it since Friday. So you can see I've been wearing it for 3 days. And like I mentioned, it's actually at 71% battery. I haven't charged it at all since day one. So it's actually down to 69 already. So over 3 days, the fact that it's down to 69, I do think that 10 days would definitely be reasonable, and you can see that it's going to give you your weekly information, so distance, your week steps. So it's going to give you a more overall information about what you've done up to that point. Then down here we can do GPS tracking. So this is where we're going to do like an outdoor run, and you can change what workout you're tracking here. You can see it gives you some information there to change if you want. And so you do want to use this. You want to use the app if you're going to actually do an outdoor workout, so that it does actually use the GPS. So come back down here, and you can see that we can do some other activities. So these are activities that aren't actually on the watch, but it will use the watch in order to track these. So there's indoor running, cycling, indoor walking. So if you want to do indoor walking, that's where you're going to have to go. That's not actually on the watch, but here it is, and it's still going to use the watch to track your heart rate. So that's how you're going to do indoor walking if you want. And then over here, we have just a recording your weight. So that's the other option that you have in that little plus option. And then down here, we have device. So this is where you're going to get all of the information to the watch. So you can see that it last did sync, well, at 11:36, and it's 11:53 now. So we can turn on our call alerts, secondary alerts, alarms. So if you want to set up some alarms, you can actually get the watch to vibrate. SNS alerts, this is where you're going to get all your notifications. So you can see I don't really want a whole lot of notifications to my watch, but you can get them. We do have heart rate detection. So this is where you're going to turn on to automatic or manual. Automatic will give you 24-hour heart rate. Wrist sense is going to be when you flip it up, it's going to sense that you're wearing it essentially, and then it's going to turn the screen on. And then over here and more, you can see we can change the activities that it displays. However, you can't really adjust these, except you can adjust the order. So that's all you can do here. And then it shows you which ones you're actually going to use GPS with. So outdoor running, outdoor cycling, walking, and hiking. So those are the ones that are going to utilize the GPS on your phone, of course, not actually on the watch because it doesn't have it. Then we have our heart rate zones. We can turn on our weather forecast, and then do not disturb, and then we can reboot the device there. So that's what the options we have there. And if we go to user, this is just going to be information about you so that it can give you more accurate readings. So that's what you have here. It is a pretty simple watch, but honestly, if you're just looking for a decent fitness tracker, definitely one worth considering from Umidigi. This again is the Umidigi Uwatch GT. I will do more reviews if you're interested. If you guys have any questions that I maybe could answer in future videos, let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.